The following is a special presentation of 18 WJTS Sports. This is Indiana High School basketball here on 18 WJTS TV. High school basketball is proudly brought to you by Southern Indiana Propane, Mehringer Plumbing, Heating and Air, DuBois County Tire, and Ubalor & Sons Chevy, Cadillac, Toyota. It's time to settle in, as tip-off is moments away.
Back to Huntingburg Memorial Gym, Southridge, Forest Park, PAC basketball. Glad you could join us here on this Friday night. Let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's game. First, for the visiting Forest Park Rangers, they will line it up this way. At one guard will be D. Finch. He's a 6-foot junior. He'll be joined back there in the backcourt by Grant Fleck, 6'1" and a senior. Also in the lineup, Talon Blessinger, a 6'3" sophomore. Hudson King, a 6'4" junior. And rounding out the starting five, the big man for Forest Park, Camden Partenheimer, 6'9" and a junior. The Rangers coached by Forest Park alum Drew Messmer in his fourth year in Ferdinand at 53 and 43. David Lusk, Phil Winkler, and Kyle Schlock are his assistant coaches. Now for the Southridge Raiders, they will start this way. Justin Leathers, a 6'3" senior, averaging 5.7 points per ball game. Cooper Sherman, 5'11" and a senior, averaging 6.7 points per ball game. Camden Haywood, a 6'3" junior, or senior I should say, 9.2 points per ball game. Keith Steckler, 6'3" and a senior, averaging 7.5 points per game and 6 rebounds per contest. Hudson Montgomery, Southridge's leading scorer. He's 6'3" and a junior, averaging 14 points per ball game, shooting 35% from three-point range. Ryan Haywood in his third year at Southridge, 46 and 17, 269 and 231 in 21 years as a varsity coach with stints at Mount Carmel, Princeton, and Lagodi. Ted O'Brien, Craig Pope, Derek Harrell, Jim Tooley, and Steve Russ, the assistant coaches. Managerial staff, Brogan Foose, Jake Buning, Keegan LaRoche, Alex Holer, and Angel Herrera. Rangers on the close of January, getting ready to turn the calendar to February. Then it's go time. It just moves fast, especially in February. You get away from some of the double weekends. You got the odd Thursday girls sectional week game, and then you kind of, rest up with no double weekends or very few. And it just, as long as January is sometimes, February just flies and you're into the tournament. And
this is the point of the season where you've had patience to this point, where you really want to see your team start turning toward what you're going to be at tournament time. So, and this type of atmosphere, this type of competition is one of those games that you can hang up on, say, we played well in this environment, and we're moving toward the right direction. Big game for both teams.
Partenheimer and Montgomery to jump it up at the center stripe. The official steps in. It's a good toss, controlled by the Rangers. Forest Park goes left to right toward the west end. They're wearing black uniforms tonight. The Raiders in the homestanding white. Blessinger out near the logo. Dribbles it right, goes to Finch behind the line, into the corner to Blessinger, lobs it down low to King. King on the right baseline, scramble for the ball, it's loose. Leathers pulls it out of there, and now Southridge had two guys fighting over it on the baseline on that pass, and it trickles out of bounds. So the Raiders defend the Rangers here, baseline out of bounds here. Partenheimer, the big man, will throw it in. He looks into the corner to King. Watch for the repost for Partenheimer. He gets it down, kicks it opposite into the corner. Long three, right pocket, no good. Rebound by Finch. He puts it up in the lane, no good. Rebound ripped out of there by Camden Haywood. Here comes Sherman into the corner to Leathers. Slant drive to the left elbow, out deep to Hudson. Long NBA three, air ball. Steckler saves it to Leathers on the baseline. He gets it back to Haywood. Top of the key three, good. So Haywood gives Southridge a 3-0 lead. A minute gone by here in this one. Fleck with it for the Rangers. Directs traffic between the double circles straight away. Try to Crack down on Partenheimer in the post. Rangers get it in the corner to Blessinger. They go to Partenheimer, gets a triple team. Top of the circle to Fleck. Left-handed push 3 on the way, no good. Steckler rips away the rebound. A jump ball called that's going to go in Southridge's direction. Boy, Danny, we saw this a little bit in Forest Park when they played in the Baird. Partenheimer will get a lot of attention at 6'9".
And you see the Southridge defense is really got an eye on him all the way. They're kind of playing a matchup zone a little bit, but when he gets the ball, there's all eyes are on him.
Raiders got a little practice with Tate Wetzel, the 6'6" kid from Heritage Hills last week that they did a good job on. Raiders lead 3-0 with the basketball. Leathers with it in the paint. Out to Sherman. Top of the key 3. Off the back flange, no good. Steckler got the rebound for the Raiders. Inside to Leathers. He puts it up in traffic around the rim and in. Kind of a last resort. Leathers gets the bucket. Here comes D. Finch the other way. Drives hard right baseline into the opposite corner. Out to Fleck. Left elbow leaves it into King. Cross lane and he scores. Rangers pick up Southridge on the full court. Haywood down the right side to Sherman into the corner. Hudson wide open 3. Rolls off for Montgomery. Battle for the rebound. Partenheimer saves it to Hudson King. Rangers in a hurry. Raiders wanted a palm on that dribble by King into the corner. Another shot by Blessinger, no good. King got the weak side rebound. Out to Finch. Right point 3. Off the back rim, no good. Partenheimer reached over Montgomery. He put it up and scored in 1. Partenheimer, and I don't think he made contact with Hudson. He's just so tall, he just reached over him.
Hudson did everything he could. Had him blocked out, but the ball came out on a long rebound, and he just went vertical and got the rebound.
So the Rangers will bring Will Steckler into the lineup. The foul was on Heath Steckler, so we're at one point may have 3 Stecklers on the floor in this game. 2 for the Raiders and 1 for Forest Park. Partenheimer hits the 3-point play, and it is a 5-5 game. Raiders attack the east end zone here at Huntingburg Memorial Gym. And in Ubelhair will check in at the next stoppage of play. Keith Steckler with it for Southridge. Dribbles it right to Sherman. Deep left to Hudson Montgomery. Goes toward the paint, scoops it up in the lane, no good. Rebound battle for, pulled out of there by Will Steckler. Finch lobs it for Partenheimer, threw it way above the backboard, actually hit the wire. They were going for the alley-oop, but that was even too much for the 6'9" Partenheimer to corral.
If anybody gets that one,
sign him up. Manute Bowl, Randy Johnson, name your Kareem, name your random 7'6" guys. Raiders and Rangers tied at 5. Here comes Cooper Sherman. Point wing, deep right to Hudson Montgomery. Pitches the Leathers now to Haywood. Across the back line to Montgomery. Deep left hand to Haywood, a 3. This one rims out, no good. Partenheimer sweeps down the rebound for the Rangers. Up the floor to Fleck. Into the corner, they go to King. He spins baseline, gets cut off. Out the Fleck, dives into the paint. Into the corner to Ebelhair, tries to pitch it back outside. They chase it across the 10-second line. It was tipped, and you can do that. 4:22 to go in the first quarter. We're tied at 5. Rangers with the basketball. Fleck with it at the free throw line. Goes down left of the lane, cut off, goes out to King. Now deep to Fleck, left side outside the arc. One dribble. Now to King. King drives right baseline. Big jump stop in the lane. Runs into Steckler. Puts it up anyway. No good. Battle for the rebound. We've got a whistle, and it's on Forest Park. A foul inside. It's going to go against King. And Denny, inside, there's going to be battles all night long. These athletes a lot of them are big and strong, and it's going to be a free-for-all underneath the bucket.
And reminiscent of the South Jasper game, the physical play inside of that game is what we're seeing here as well. Nobody's giving it an inch.
Parker Steckler into the game for the Raiders. Also Sam Gasser. Gasser with the left side for Southridge. Looks around, still looking, puts it on the floor, right elbow, now brings it back out deep right. Now to Haywood, ball tipped. He saved it from going over the 10-second line. Haywood with it. Dribbles left, now gets cut off by Fleck. Looks around, pitches out to Parker Steckler. Steckler with it, puts it on the floor toward the basket. Spins, kicks it back out. Luckily, Gasser was over there on the weak side to run it down. We're tied at 5. 3:24 to go in the first quarter. Gasser into the corner to Steckler. Brings it out on the right wing now to Haywood. Deep left. Now he'll back it out in front of us at the timeline. He works against Fleck. Pulls up at the free throw line. Line drive no good. Rebounded by Fleck, and the Rangers have it. Forest Park with it. 3:08 to go in the first quarter. On the RG Mechanical scoreboard, we're tied at 5. Fleck with it for Forest Park. Handles it out front. They go right side to Steckler. That's Will Steckler of Forest Park. Now to King. Fleck with it. Comes off the Partenheimer screen. They go in the middle to King. Into the corner, Fleck. Another lefty three, and he knocks it home. Fleck gets the three, and it's 8-5 in favor of Forest Park. Haywood with it for Southridge. Goes out to Steckler. Steckler with it. Now to Leathers. Justin with it, kills his dribble, tries to go down low, ball tipped away by Partenheimer, gets it to Fleck, Rangers have it up 8-5. Partenheimer, shot fake, tries to dive inside, goes baseline, kicks it out to Fleck, whips it inside to King. King against Leathers, out to Fleck, another open three, it's in the air, got it again. And Ryan Haywood wants a timeout. It is 11-5. Southridge trailing with 2:07 to go here in the first quarter. We'll step aside and have more after this.
Southern Indiana Propane recognizes the hard work and dedication that our student athletes put forth to prepare to play their best in representation of our schools. The team at Southern Indiana Propane works to be tough on safety and easy on the pocketbook for our customers. When it comes to safety, we are the most stringent in the area because we want to do all we can to help our customers have confidence that their energy choice is a safe and efficient low-carbon option that is reliable and ready when you are. Propane, energy for everyone.
Back to Huntingburg Memorial Gym. Jasper Garage Doors press table. The Rangers have spurted out to an 11-5 lead with 2:07 to go in the first as Fleck has knocked down a couple of threes for Forest Park. Raiders have the basketball here after the Ryan Haywood timeout. Sherman drives up the floor for Southridge. Backs it out near the timeline area. Across the back line to Sam Gasser. Gasser pitches off to Hudson Montgomery. Hands it back to Sherman. Rangers really picking up that pressure. Down low, they kick it into the corner to Parker Steckler as Jackson Boozy has come into the game as well for Southridge. This Ranger pressure, the Raiders are going to have to try to backdoor, get some back cuts because they're really extending out on the ball. Down the lane, Gasser leaves it inside for Boozy. Out to Parker Steckler, into the corner to Sam. Three in the air, Gasser good. Gasser makes it 11-8 Forest Park. Rangers the other way. Fleck out to Talon Blessinger. Now to Fleck. Raiders give up the long three in the corner. No good for Blessinger. Ball goes out of bounds back to Southridge. Raiders are really keeping an eye on Partenheimer. They're kind of sagging off everybody else to almost a zone look, but they are matching up out of it. So I think they're trying to confuse Forest Park defensively.
Pretty good hybrid mix. Like I said, at times it looks like a zone, but as soon as the ball released, it's, I don't know if it's a matchup or what, but there are a lot of zone principles in what you're seeing out there.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain, but the Raiders are doing a pretty decent job. Cooper Sherman goes out to to Sam Gasser, gets it into Boozy, had his shot blocked, and the Rangers have it up 11-8, under 1 to play here in the first quarter. Blessinger goes to King, into the post. Back down, Will Steckler gets it back out to Talon Blessinger. Now to Fleck, fires it baseline to King underneath the basket, and he walked with it. Raiders, Jackson Boozy used the baseline as an extra defender, and King had nowhere to go.
Third Ranger turnover.
Raiders trail 11-8 with just 37 seconds to go here in the first quarter. It's been fast and furious as far as the defense is concerned. Everybody extending out on both ends of the court. Cooper Sherman with it, angles it right outside the arc, high post to Jackson Boozy. They cut off him, hands it back to Sherman. Sherman bounces into the lane, puts it up in traffic and scores. Sherman on the board, it's 11-10. Rangers on top. Blessinger marches into the lane, leaves it down low to King, and he lays it up and in. 9 seconds to go here in the quarter. Raiders down by 3. Sherman with 5. Brings it across the timeline. Sherman into the lane against Finch, and a whistle and a foul on Forest Park. They had plenty to give, only the second team foul of the quarter. Sherman finding his way into the lane. Now the Raiders have just 1.2 seconds to go here in the quarter. Haywood in, Leathers in, Partenheimer in for Forest Park.
Partenheimer coming in to guard the inbounder. Yeah. About a foot difference in between.
Yeah, Sherman is engulfed underneath the basket. Let's see if the Raiders can get a quick shot here. Sherman looks. Tries to get a ball dive, ball kicked. Now it's 0.8 seconds to go. Well, this will be interesting to see what Southridge can get here. Sherman once again to inbound the ball. Looks around. Out to Haywood. Heaves it at the horn. Good if it goes. He got it. He beat the buzzer with 0.8 seconds to go. You can catch and shoot with that time, and we're tied at 13 after 1 quarter of play. We'll take a break. Southridge Rangers tied at 13 on the RG Mechanical scoreboard. We're back after this.
Think about the journey, not about how you're getting there. The all-new Michelin LTX MS2, engineered for 2 extra years of tread life. Available at Du Bois County Tire and Supply in Jasper.
Big or small, we service all. Du Bois County Tire.
Welcome back to Huntingburg Memorial Gym. Kurt Gutsgell, Denny Spinner, Celia back at the command center. Jasper Garage Doors press table. Camden Haywood beat the buzzard in the first quarter to deadlock this game at 13. Rangers have the ball. Andon Ebelhair will drop it into Fleck, and we're off and running here in the second quarter. Plays hopping a little bit. Rangers with it. Partenheimer outside the arc, left side. He can shoot it from out there. Goes to Hudson King. King with it. Now to Fleck, right point outside the arc, checked by Leathers. Out deep, long three up and no good by Wolf into the game. It goes out of bounds. They're going to give it to Forest Park. Drew Messmer plays a lot of guys, again, as he talked about in the pregame, trying to mix and match every weekend with the injuries that they have suffered. They've got a couple of seniors that have not played at all. They get into Fleck, three right point. He got his third three of the night. 16-13 Rangers. Cooper Sherman up the floor, had it knocked away, loose on the floor. Partenheimer and Raiders scramble for it. Sherman across the way, jump ball, and the Raiders have the arrow. So Southridge will bring it in across the way. Leathers, Sherman, Haywood, Montgomery, and Heath Steckler on the floor, the original starting five for Southridge. Drop it into Cooper Sherman. 16-13, Rangers on top by 3. Sherman with it across the timeline. Picks up his dribble in no man's land out there. Tries to get it across the court and picked off by Forest Park. Fleck, he shoots another three. This one is no good. He runs down the rebound in the corner. And they bring it back out to King. Now to Fleck, left corner. Rangers recycle. Forest Park with the basketball. Fleck with it into the corner. Wolf, another three. This one bounces off, no good. Haywood gets the rebound. He speeds across the timeline. Deep left to Sherman, steps into a three. This one clanks off the rim, no good. Rebound by Heath Steckler. It goes off him and out of bounds back to Forest Park.
Again, the length of Partenheimer made a big difference on that. He at least got a hand on the ball. Heath could not control it cleanly and wound up with the Rangers.
So Forest Park will bring it the other way. Ebelhair across the timeline, bounces right side to Fleck. Sherman right up in his face. Fleck goes left to the lane. They double him. Out to Ebelhair, fires a three, no good. Rangers, though, get another offensive rebound. Ebelhair puts it up baseline, missed everything. Rebounded by Montgomery, pushes up the right side to Cooper Sherman. Sherman with the basketball, jumps it out to Camden. Haywood tries to beat his man, hands it back to Leathers. He goes into the lane, inside to Steckler, and he scores. Steckler's first two, and it's 16-15. The Ranger lead cut to 1 with 6 minutes to go here until halftime. Ebelhair out between the double circle for Forest Park. Angles it right with a right-hand dribble. Now baseline. Wolf tries to go inside, kicks it into the corner, taken away by Leathers. Bad pass, and the Raiders have it. Haywood up the floor to Leathers, hands it back to Montgomery, drives toward the right baseline, a collision and a blocking foul. Hudson with a quick burst there, and
First foul of the ball game.
wow. I think we had a game like that earlier that you and I did. It was amazing. But These two teams getting after defensively. They're also very good defensively, at least tonight, and moving the feet and not grabbing. Foul will go against Parker Wolf, his first. So the Raiders will bring it in, baseline out of bounds here. Sam Gasser back into the game. Haywood to throw it in, gets it in the corner to Leathers. He goes out to Hudson Montgomery, guarded by King. Montgomery drives inside, kicks it to Steckler. High pass, he pulled it down, out to Camden Haywood. Raiders down by 1. Haywood, right of the lane. Looks for the back cut, can't find him. No, he does find Leathers. Leathers kicks it in the corner. Montgomery rise and fire 3. Around the rim, no. Rebounded by Partenheimer. Rangers have it. Fleck quickly down the left side across the timeline for Forest Park. Rangers lead 16-15. Drew Messmer with instructions in front of the Ranger bench. Fleck with it, kicks it in the corner. Out deep, drives inside, does Talon Blessinger. They go to Finch, right corner. He fires up a long jumper and got it. That's from 2, D. Finch. 18-15, Rangers by 3. Camden Haywood for Southridge. Up the floor, goes to Leathers. Raiders trail by 3. Hudson Montgomery right point. Leaves it top of the key to Steckler. Back cut to Hudson underneath the basket, and he got the bucket. What a pass. Drew Messmer wants a timeout. It's a 30. Rangers 18, Southridge 17. The 30 brought to you by Hayes Heating and Air. Any kind of HVAC situations that you may have, especially during these cool temperatures, not cool, cold temperatures, give Todd Hayes and his crew a call at 812-630-5719. Denny, this game, I don't see it getting any further than 3, 4, 5 points. It's really tight right now.
Neither team has been able to stretch out. I think Forest Park, Southridge had a 5-point lead at the very beginning of the game, but Forest Park turned that around, and it's been between the 3 and 4 point margin the rest of the way. The last time possession on Southridge, with the aggressiveness that Forest Park is using out on the perimeter, that backdoor cut was really a difference there. You might want to see Southridge tries that a little bit more, as Forest Park is really doing a great job of protecting that perimeter. As Coach said before the game, the Southridge 3-point shooting has been impressive most of the year. The Rangers are really pushing that out at that perimeter, so that backdoor cut might be something you want to look for as the Raiders.
Yeah, and Steckler did a great job finding Montgomery, who made the cut. Fleck will bring it in after the Ranger timeout. Forest Park up by 1. Fleck left of the lane, stutter step dribble, goes in the corner to Finch. It went right off his hands and out of bounds. A Forest Park turnover.
5th for the Rangers. Turnovers are about even.
Parker Steckler will throw it into Camden Haywood. Raiders down 18-17 with 4:21 to go here in the second quarter. Camden with it for Southridge. High post to Leathers. He faces up, goes right the lane. Big jump stop. Cross lane to Jackson Boozy, and he scores. Jackson Boozy. Boozy gets the bucket. 19-18. Raiders by 1 here. Finding some holes in that Forest Park defense. Partenheimer goes out to Fleck. Fleck cut off into the corner. Finch, shot fake doesn't trigger. Partenheimer, right elbow, back of the basket. Elbows out. Partenheimer backs it out now. Dribbles right. He's going to spin back to the middle. Does. Kicks it in the corner. Ball knocked away by Camden Haywood for Southridge, and the Rangers will stay with it on their end of the floor. Kind of keeping Partenheimer out, away from underneath the basket.
He handles the ball well, and
he's
good vision, and he, just with the height that he has and where he is at the floor, he can see the whole floor.
Yeah, he's good at passing out of double teams and even triple teams. Taking what the defense gives him. Fleck has it for Forest Park. Raiders up 19-18. Finch way out top for Forest Park. Comes off a Partenheimer screen. Gets down the lane, puts it up. No good. Rebound battle for Leathers. Spins out of there with it. Rebounded by Southridge. Here comes Haywood. Head up across the timeline. Into the corner to Gasser. Fumbled it right out of bounds. Back to Forest Park.
5 turnovers apiece now.
3:19 to go here in the first half. 19-18 Raiders. Got the defensive stop, but couldn't hold on to the ball on the other end. Rangers will bring it up. Finch will handle it. Checks with Coach Messmer here. Off to our left. Gasser comes out to check him. Goes out to Fleck. Fleck with the basketball. Tries a dive right wing. Leathers got in his face and knocked it away and out of bounds. Back to the Rangers. Leathers playing good defense on the perimeter. So Finch will Throw it in for Forest Park. Gets it to Fleck. 19-18 Raiders on top. Fleck with it, guarded by Leathers right in front of the Raider bench, right point. Out deep left, they go to Will Steckler. Steckler to the left elbow. They bring it back out to Fleck. Fleck comes off a Partenheimer screen, goes left of the lane, into the corner to Finch. They chase him off the line. He dives inside with a runner, and he got it. D. Finch gets his 4th point of the game, and the Rangers back up 2019. Parker Steckler the other way for Southridge in the lane. Tries to lob it inside. Rangers take it away. Partenheimer back there for the last line of defense. Up the floor to Fleck. They go out deep to Blessinger. Blessinger drives left baseline, gets cut off. Now Fleck top of the key 3. This one off the front of the rim. Long rebound to Leathers. Raiders push. Leathers by the lane. Collision shot up. No good. A whistle and a blocking foul before the shot can go up, they say. Wouldn't have counted if it went in. A blocking foul on the Rangers.
Again, with all the aggressive defense that's being played, still only the 2nd foul of this half. 2 on the Rangers, none on the Raiders so far.
That we get into the bonus in either of the first 2 quarters at this rate. 2019 Rangers on top. Sherman will inbound underneath the Raider basket. Looks around, out to Boozy, top of the key, hands it back out to Hudson Montgomery. He goes into the corner to Gasser. Looks down low for Boozy. Boozy works against Partenheimer. Into the corner. Gasser, 3. Too hard. Long rebound run down by Boozy. Raiders recycle. Hudson Montgomery drives right baseline underneath the basket. Tries to kick it back out, and Fleck picked it off. They go up the floor to Finch. Finch right baseline. He gets cut off. Now they go to Fleck into the corner. Blessinger brings it back out to Fleck with 1:49 to go in the half. Finch into the corner. Blessinger, lefty 3, good. Blessinger knocks down the 3. 23-19 Rangers. Parker Steckler with it. Right point, kills his dribble. High post to Jackson Boozy. Into a back cutting Steckler reverse layup. He got it. What a pass by Jackson Boozy. 23-21 Rangers by 2. 1:21 to go in till halftime. Finch with it to a cutting Partenheimer into the lane. He got hammered. He'll be at the line for 2 free throws here.
First free throw attempts of the night for either team.
That will be Jackson Boozy, the guilty party. And they'll make Partenheimer earn the free throws here. Free throw number 1 in the air, and it's good. Partenheimer with 5. We'll have another charity toss. Round the rim and in. 25-21 with 1:15 to go until halftime. Sherman across the 10-second line. Leaves it off for Hudson Montgomery. Montgomery kills his dribble, goes to Haywood with a minute to play. Haywood on the dribble out near the 10-second line. Angles it left. High post to Boozy. Back of the basket. Left elbow. 1 dribble to Haywood. Free throw line. Gets cut off. Inside to Boozy. He jumps it back out to Parker Steckler. He goes into the corner to Hudson Montgomery. He takes it to the high right wing. Now to Camden Haywood. Raiders down by 4 with 40 seconds to go here in the first half. Sherman had it knocked away by Finch, and the Rangers pick it up. Here comes Fleck. Lobs it inside for Partenheimer. He missed the layup. He got his own rebound. Into the corner. Long 3 by Finch. No good. Rebounded by Hudson King. Another reload opportunity for the Rangers. Top of the key. Long 3 is up. No good by Blessinger. Haywood got the rebound with 17 seconds to go. Raiders try to close the half with a bucket here. 12 seconds. Haywood out near the 10-second line. Now down to 9. Haywood marches into the lane. Gets cut off. Opposite side. Sherman 3. Good. Sherman near the horn. Hits the 3 and tightens the Ranger advantage to just 25-24 here at the break. Not much scoring, but a lot of action. And I got the exercising in this week. Man, what a crazy way to end the half. 25-24. Raiders trail Forest Park by 1. Coming up, we'll have the Huntingburg Grind Coffee and Tea Company halftime show here from Huntingburg Memorial Gym. We'll have it right after this.
Contact Maringer Plumbing, Heating and Air at 812-482-4425. That's 812-482-4425. Located at 723 3rd Avenue in Jasper.
It's hard to stop a train.
Welcome back to Huntingburg Memorial Gym, 25-24 here at the break. Big halftime for Southridge students. They presented certificates to it seemed like the whole school and all the different students that achieved college credit coming into this semester and at the end of their season. So that's pretty cool. To begin with, it was 15 or more college credits. Some of the kids were up in the 50s and 60s. That's basically 2 years of college done.
They're associate degrees that coming out of high school. It's a great program that Southridge has worked on with local colleges, and those are credits that will transfer in. And we love the athletic competition on the floor and seeing these athletes play, but to see that academic performance recognized is very important, and nice to see a good crowd to congratulate these young men and women on their classroom performance as well.
No doubt about it. Again, Southridge off tomorrow. Their next game will be Thursday night. It's because of the girls sectional being on the weekend. They'll play next Thursday at Gibson Southern. Then on Saturday afternoon, a matinee against a very good Evansville North team right here at Huntingburg Memorial Gym. The Raider girls, by the way, their sectional game will be Friday night. They got the bye. They'll take on the Princeton Tigers down at Lincoln in Vincennes.
You mentioned the postseason tournament, Forest Park. This will not be their last game here at Memorial Gym, only their only game against Southridge. But as happens when Southridge is in 3A and plays at Washington, the Rangers will host the 2A sectional here at Memorial Gym.
And they already played 3 games in the Baird Classic. That's why they wanted to get into that, which is smart. So the Rangers drop it in here to begin the third quarter. They go right to left toward the east end here at Huntingburg Memorial Gym. Their bench. Fleck handles it out front. Rangers up by 1. Fleck left of the lane. Top of the key to Hudson King. King tries to spin against Steckler. Runs into 2 Raiders. Into the corner to Blessinger. He comes to a jump stop. They bring it out to D. Finch. Finch spins middle, puts it up, right elbow, wild shot around the rim, no good. Camden Haywood sweeps down the rebound. Up the left side to Montgomery. Sherman steps into a 3 left point, good. Cooper Sherman gets his second 3, and right away the Raiders take a 2-point lead at 27-25. Fleck with it for Forest Park out near the timeline. Hands it back to Finch. Left side to King, near the top of the key, down low to Fleck. Left baseline, backs in against Sherman, goes to King, takes it up against Steckler, missed it, but got fouled.
Interesting matchup on the defensive end here for Southridge. Not often you see a point guard guarding the other team's center, but that's what you're seeing it right now, is Leathers got the man-to-man assignment against Bartenheimer.
Yeah, he's athletic enough to do that, even with the size mismatch.
Personal foul, Southridge, 14,
Haywood got the foul. There was a little question about that here at the scores table. 27-25 Raiders. Now the 3 officials going to get together. Is it on who was shooting? I think it was King, wasn't it?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah. So they're giving the foul to Steckler now instead of Haywood.
Steckler gets the foul. That's second foul on Heath. Would have been Haywood's first. Hudson King, free throw number 1, and he hits it. 1-point game. King with 5 in the contest. 27-26. He'll try to tie it here. King looks at the rim. Free throw number 2. This one off the back rim. Leathers gets the rebound for Southridge. Raiders lead by 1. Under 7 to play here in the third quarter at Huntingburg Memorial Gym. Sherman, Leathers with it. Near the left elbow, looks around, 1 dribble, out to Steckler. Steckler hands it back to Hudson Montgomery. Down low to Heath, gets his man in the air, got hammered and he'll go to the line to shoot two. Good action by the Raiders, Denny. They had Hudson Montgomery on a dribble, and again, with his shooting, he gains a lot of attention, and they rolled Steckler on the backside, and he hit him with a pass, and he's going to shoot two.
Good awareness on the cut to the backside.
Steckler hits the free throw. He's been a good free throw shooter at 79% for Southridge.
First free throw attempts of the night for Southridge.
28-26. Like to get that 3, 4, 5 point lead if you can, either of these teams. Steckler hits both free throws, and the Raiders lead by 3, 29-26 on the RG Mechanical scoreboard. 6:39 to go in the third quarter. Fleck with it for Forest Park. Out deep to Talon Blessinger, guarded by Montgomery. Blessinger to Fleck. They lob it into Partenheimer, catches underneath the basket, and whistle and a push on Southridge, trying to root Partenheimer out.
And just as we mentioned, that Leathers getting the assignment on Partenheimer, that time the Rangers recognized that, posted it up, down low, and lobbed it inside to him.
Not so sure if Leathers didn't foul him that Partenheimer wouldn't have been in trouble. He looked like he was underneath the basket. They bring it out front. Forest Park with it. Fleck has it. Out deep. 3, left side, good for Talon Blessinger. Gets his second triple, and it's tied at 29. Raiders the other way. Camden Haywood out the Leathers. Marches left of the lane. Puts it up. Short-armed it. No good. Rebound Fleck. He races it across the timeline underneath the King. Lays it up, and just like that, the Rangers on top by 2. After the Raiders had a 3-point lead at 29-26. 5 straight for the Rangers. Leathers into the post to Keith Steckler. Fans it back out to Hudson Montgomery. Montgomery into the lane. Takes it up. Had it blocked away by Partenheimer, and the Rangers have a fast break. Here comes Blessinger. Spin into the middle. Missed the shot. Rebound. Ripped down by Keith Steckler. Nearly threw the outlet pass away, and did. Well, now it's Southridge with it. Sherman up the floor. Left side. Got hammered, and he'll be at the line. What a weird sequence that was on the other end. Drew Messmer thought that this was a clean block on the right side. Only the video will tell. Rangers had an easy basket, missed it, nearly got the ball back, and the Raiders took it the other way. Sherman with 2 free throws here to try to tie the game. Sherman just 7 of 11 heading in at the free throw line. Free throw is around the rim, and he missed it. Parker, Steckler, Jackson, Boozy in. Keith Steckler, Montgomery out. Gasser will come in for Sherman, providing that Sherman hits the free throw. Cooper missed both of them. Ball tipped out of bounds, and it's going to go to whom? Still have it. Oh, they're going to give it to Forest Park. So Sam Gasser is into the game here for the Raiders. 31-29 Rangers, 5:28 to go here in the third.
Rangers on a 5-point run here.
Ebelhair brings it up for Forest Park. High post to Partenheimer. Partenheimer spins, lost control of the ball, and Haywood picks it up. Haywood into the lane, looks around, bottled up. Gets it back out to Gasser, now to Camden. Raiders down by 2. Haywood flips it back to Leathers. Now to Haywood, deep left to Sam Gasser outside the arc. Rangers in that man-to-man. Haywood straight away, tries to work, goes out deep to Leathers. Inside, ball knocked away. Gasser picked it up. He marches in the lane, puts it up off the glass, and he traveled before he went to the basket. Hudson King back in for Forest Park. Also, Parker Wolf will come in. 31-29 Rangers. Ebelhair will bring it up for Forest Park. Guarded by Gasser. Leaves it off for Fleck. Haywood on him. To Partenheimer. Lost it again. Rangers turn it over again. Let's see if Southridge can capitalize. Haywood with it. Southridge down 2. Out to Sam Gasser. Nice in the lane. Puts it up off the glass, and he got it. Gasser was looking for contact. Got some, no whistle, but still finished. And we're tied at 31. Ebelhair hounded by Gasser way out front. Gasser pins him to the right side of the floor. Goes out to King, lobs it in for Partenheimer. Mishandled again, and the Raiders have it. Good defense once again. bothering him just enough. Parker Steckler to the lane, lost it, tried to make a cross lane pass instead of going up, and the Rangers have it. Ebelhair with it into the corner to King, spins back toward the middle, and a whistle and a reach in on Leathers.
Right across the arms on that one. But again, the Raiders, when the last couple times down and the attempt to lob it into Partenheimer, there's been 3 guys around him. They're really aware of where he is, especially when he's close to the basket.
Ebelhair to drop it in on the baseline for Forest Park. Looks, goes into the corner to Fleck. Ebelhair, left corner, loads up a 3. This one clanks off the rim, no good. Jackson Boozy rips down the rebound for Southridge. We're tied at 31. Sherman races across the timeline for Southridge. Backs it out to Parker Steckler. Deep to Hudson. Long 3 in the air. Off the rim, no good. Rebound battle for inside. Knocked out of bounds, but a whistle. And they're going to give it to Forest Park. Hudson Montgomery way downtown with that one.
That was Colson range. For those of you who witnessed Colson, that was not out of his range at any time. But
nope. It's not a bad shot for Hudson either, right there. There are not going to be too many easy looks tonight. 31-31 our score. Fleck with it, guarded by Gasser. Bounce past the defense, left side in front of the Ranger bench. Finch to the left elbow. They roll King off of it. King takes it up, and he walked with it. Officiating crew doing a pretty good job. Usually guys get away with traveling all over the place. This crew looks like they're not going to let you take that extra step.
That was a call that sometimes you see. Again, Kurt, I don't know if that'd be called every time, but that was a travel.
Yes, it was.
The Raider defenders held his ground, and he picked up the pivot foot.
Parker Steckler with it. We're tied at 31. Raiders have it. Sam Gasser fires underneath the Parker Steckler off his hands. Last touch, though, by the Rangers. That pass was dangerous. Try to thread it between a lot of black-shirted Forest Park defenders. Southridge fortunate enough to have it out of bounds underneath their basket. Cooper Sherman to fire it in. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Sherman looks around. Still looking. Lobs it out to Jackson Boozy. Makes a catch near the timeline. Boozy with it now to Parker Steckler. Steckler works against Fleck. Picks up his dribble into the post to Boozy. Jackson works against Partenheimer. Puts it up. No good. Ball tipped around. Partenheimer pulled it out of there. Ran into that height underneath the basket. We're tied at 31. Partenheimer brings it up for Forest Park. Rangers have it. 2:35 to go here in the third. Partenheimer to Fleck. Fleck comes off a King screen out deep. Partenheimer. He'll fire the 3. This one off the rim, no good. Rebound battle for, pulled out of there by Gasser. Boozy did a nice job of blocking out. Gasser with it into the post to JB. Fans it out. Sherman, top of the key 3. Left it short, rebounded by Blessinger, and the Rangers have it. They outlet to King. Right down Main Street. He lays it up and in. Beat the Raiders down the floor. King with 5 in the quarter, 9 in the game. Rangers up by 2, 33-31. Fast-paced game. Boozy with it. Hands it back out to Sherman. Sherman with it into the corner to Montgomery. Rise and fire 3. This one off the rim, no good. Rebound inside, a whistle. As they rooted Southridge's Sam Gasser out of there. We'll see who the foul was on. It's going to be against Fleck. Grant Fleck got it. Haywood, Steckler, and Leathers back in. Boozy, Parker Steckler, and Sam Gasser take seats. 33-31, Raiders bring it in, trailing by 2 here. Rangers will also bring Will Steckler into the game. Partenheimer will get a break here with 1:32 to go here in the third. Rangers up by 2 at 33-31. Sherman to inbound. Middle will be a little more open with Partenheimer out of the game. Haywood, top of the key, free throw line, whips it into Steckler. He lays it up and in. Steckler ties the game. He's Steckler. Thought he was playing 5-on-0 with Partenheimer out of the game after him staying back in that lane. 1:35 to go here in the third. Fleck with it, left side, guarded by Haywood. A whistle and a hand check push on Haywood.
Fleck did a good job of feeling the pressure from Haywood that time and spin dribble away from it and then stopped, and Cam was out of position to pick up the foul.
So the Rangers will bring it back in underneath their basket. 1:28 to go here in a tight game at Huntingburg Memorial Gym. Fleck with it. Out the D. Finch out near the timeline. Tries to beat Sherman. Behind the back dribble. Takes it out between the double circle. Angles it left. Speeds down the lane. Puts it up. Blocked inside by Steckler, and the Raiders have it. Montgomery up ahead to Leathers. Leathers barrels into the lane. A whistle and a foul. What a block inside by Steckler to give the Raiders the ball.
Again, in good positioning. He was right in the right position. Read the drive by Finch very well.
Will Steckler got the foul. Sherman to inbound. Looks around. Pitches out top to Steckler. Makes a nice catch. Leaves it off for Camden Haywood. We're tied at 33. 1:10 to go here in the third quarter. Haywood with it. Right of the lane. Kicks it back out. Top of the key. Leathers. Three is in the air. Spins out. No good. Rebound inside. Southridge. Put it up and in. Steckler. Couldn't see there at the beginning. The official blocked us out. It was Steckler in the sea of humanity underneath the basket. Raiders lead by 2. D. Finch with it. Raiders switch out on him. Deep three by Fleck. This one is no good. Rebound Rangers. They get another opportunity. Finch with it. Guarded by Montgomery. Finch out deep to Fleck with 35 seconds to go. The Raiders have the possession arrow. They whip it into Will Steckler. Puts it up and a whistle. And a reach in. It's going to be a shooting situation with the 5th team foul. We've not swam in those waters tonight in either of the quarters.
First bonus attempt for either team.
35-33 Raiders. Yeah.
They're going to.
It's up there, yeah.
We're going to shoot the officials.
15 foul, shooting foul.
So now we got to bring Partenheimer back out of the game because, or maybe okay, they confusion about who he went in for. Now King is going to come out.
So Will Steckler at the line for 2 free throws here with 29 seconds to go.
Rangers are 3 out of 4 at the stripe right now.
Yeah, he hit the first one. Raiders will have a good opportunity here. They'll have 29 seconds plus the ball to begin the fourth quarter. Should they play it right, unless they get a bucket or a shot that they can't refuse. Will Steckler's second free throw left this one short. Rebounded by Southridge, leading by 1, 35-34. Sherman will take it up for the Raiders now with 20 seconds. Across the 10-second line to Sam Gasser. Gasser deep left point with it, guarded by Fleck. Across the back line to Leathers, a whistle. Ryan Haywood wants a timeout. It's a 30. We'll keep it here. Raiders up 1. 30 brought to you by B&A Construction and Design. Any kind of construction project you may have, give the guys and gals at B&A Construction and Design a call at 812-683-4600 or stop by and see them on Highway 231 in those big red buildings between Jasper and Huntingburg. So the Raiders here, 12.9 seconds to go here in the third quarter. See what kind of action they get out of the timeout. And that's why they called the timeout.
The last 2 quarters, they've got the 3 at the end of the quarter has really kept them close in this game. A good shot here is what they're looking for. In this third quarter, Kurt, there has been no give or take by either way. 3-point lead is the biggest lead. I think Southridge led by 3, Forest Park led by 2. We've had 3 ties in this quarter as well. So it's been nothing given by either team.
So Leathers will bring it in. Raiders would love to get this 2-for-2 opportunity here. Leathers looks to throw it in. Still looking. Gets it into Haywood. Now they're going to have to chase it and bring it across the timeline. Gets it to Sherman. Sherman brings it across with 9 seconds. Hands it back to Hudson with 6. Now deep left to Camden. Into the corner, Steckler. Out front, Montgomery, 3 in the air. Off the mark, around the rim, and nearly bounced in. What a great action by Southridge there. The Raiders take a 35-34 lead at the end of 3 on the RG Mechanical scoreboard. We'll take a break, and we're back after this.
The winter clearance event is on at Ubilar Chevrolet Cadillac in Jasper. Right now, get year-end savings on select new Chevrolet models in stock, but only while supplies last. Shop favorites like the tough, dependable Silverado pickup, the comfortable and versatile Equinox, and the fun, fuel-efficient Trax. all priced to move. Plus, you never pay any dealer fees or document fees at Jubilar's, saving you even more. Don't delay. Come in today for the winter clearance event at Jubilar Chevrolet Cadillac in Jasper, where customers send their friends since 1929.
Back to Huntingburg Memorial Gym. Southridge leads 35-34 heading into the fourth quarter here. Raiders drop it into Cooper Sherman in the forecourt. He'll bring it across the timeline. Raiders go left to right toward the west end zone here. Leathers with it. Left of the lane, drives it inside, goes to Heath Steckler. Steckler bounces, goes to Leathers, right baseline, takes it inside, a whistle and a travel. So that'll turn it over to Forest Park. Ryan Haywood wants a push.
Again, I mean, it was consistent with what was called on the other end of the floor. Whether you agree or disagree, it's been a consistent call.
Ebelhair with it, hounded by Sherman. Raiders knock it away. Camden Haywood gets the interception. He goes in from the left side, lays it up and in. Haywood with 8. Raiders lead by 3. Rangers the other way. Fleck with it for Forest Park. Looks inside for Wolf. They go out to Hudson King. King with it. Spins against Steckler. Right of the lane. Puts it up and he scores. Hudson King gets the bucket. He's got 11. Rangers cut the lead to 1. Cooper Sherman drives it up the floor. Right elbow goes out to Justin Leathers. Leathers with it. Hands it to Hudson Montgomery. Back to Leathers. Right point to Sherman near the Raider bench. Sherman with it. Out to Leathers. Top of the key. Leathers toward the baseline. Lost it out of bounds. Back to Forest Park.
13th turnover on Southridge.
37-36. Raiders by 1, 6:49 to go. Fleck with it for Forest Park. Fleck has it, angles it right against Sherman. Fleck with it, jumps it off to Partenheimer. Chase him off the line, he spins left baseline, a whistle and a push. I'm gonna give him 2 shots. Ryan, hey, I'm with Ryan.
Personal foul, Southridge.
Definitely a foul.
Yes, I don't know what constituted shooting there. Ryan, not jokingly, said you guys are having a bad quarter. So Camden Partenheimer will be at the line. Those are his words, not ours. Partenheimer at the line to shoot 2. Rangers down by 1. Camden, first free throw, got it. Good touch for the big man. He's got 6. We're tied at 37, 6:30 to go here. So Partenheimer will have a chance to give the Rangers the lead after Southridge jumped it out to 3 a second ago. Hits both free throws. Rangers up 38-37. 6:30 to go here in the game. Big crowd here at Huntingburg Memorial Gym. Here comes Cooper Sherman. Kills his dribble deep right side. Jumps it out to Montgomery across the back line to Leathers. Comes off a Steckler screen. Leathers down the lane, gets cut off, puts it up over Partenheimer, no good. Rebound battle for. Rangers got the rebound and a foul on Southridge. It's going to go against Leathers. Their second foul of the quarter. That's 4 on Justin Leathers. Parker Steckler comes into the ball game for the Raiders. Forest Park leads 38-37. Fleck with it. Directs some traffic out front. Comes off a Partenheimer screen. Fleck, left elbow, pushes up the jumper, missed it badly. Push shot, rebounded by Haywood. Haywood, head up. Goes toward the lane. Out deep to Montgomery. Into the post to Steckler. Heath backs his man down. Gets cut off. Brings it back out to Montgomery. Montgomery looks around. Goes to Sherman. Raiders down 1. Sherman toward the lane. Into the corner. Parker Steckler, 3. Good! Parker Steckler! What a big 3. And now the Raiders take it away on the other end. Here comes Cooper Sherman into the corner. Out to Montgomery. Open 3 deep. He got it! Hudson Montgomery, and like that, a timeout, Drew Messmer. And the Raiders now up 5 at 43-38. Denny Nile, step aside. This is Southridge basketball on WBDC Sports.
The winter clearance event is on at Jubilar Toyota in Jasper. Right now, get year-end savings on remaining new 2025 models in stock, but only while supplies last. Shop favorites like the tough and powerful Tacoma pickup and the popular versatile RAV4 SUV. Available now and priced to move. Plus, you never pay any dealer fees or document fees at Jubilar's, saving you even more. Don't delay. Come in today for the winter clearance event at Jubilar Toyota in Jasper, where customers send their friends since 1929.
Kurt Gutsgell, Denny Spinner on the Jasper Garage Doors press table. Raiders with 2 straight threes lead 43-38 with 5:18 to go here in the contest. Forest Park got the timeout. They have the basketball. They go into the corner to King. Down low, Partenheimer turns middle. Had it blocked away from behind, but a whistle and too much body on Southridge. That'll send Partenheimer to the line. Partenheimer not getting anything easy. He's going to have to earn him at the free throw line. Steckler gets his 4th foul, so both he and Leathers with 4 personal fouls. Camden Partenheimer at the line to shoot 2. First free throw is up and good. He's got 8.
So you're going to see Boozy come in. How long will they allow Steckler to rest before he comes back in?
You can see some offense, defense if they can get that done, although JB, pretty good offensive player inside. Another big body against Partenheimer. He hits both free throws, does Camden. He's got 9 in the game, and it's 43-30. Southridge on top. Parker Steckler speeds across the timeline left, out to Jackson Boozy. Into the corner to Camden Haywood, brings it right wing, into the corner. Right side 3, Hudson, good! Hudson Montgomery dials long distance again. 46-40, and he gets hot in a hurry, and he strings those together. Raiders +6 here. Rangers the other way. Hudson King. Out to Blessinger. Wolf. Blessinger. High post to Partenheimer. Partenheimer with it. Spins. Tries to back his man down. Ball knocked away. Loose on the floor. Scramble. Southridge comes out of there with it again. That double down. That
I think if you've had a white uniform on tonight, you've guarded Partenheimer sometime.
Maybe 5 times in the same possession with 5 guys. Raiders the other way, leading by 6. Hudson Montgomery, right side, down low. Boozy kicks it out to the wing. Parker Steckler into the corner. Gasser with it. Raiders up by 6. Gasser guarded by Fleck. Rangers no fouls. They can be aggressive. Gasser marches into the lane, and there is that said foul.
The 6-point lead is the biggest lead either team has had in this game, and that tells you how competitive it has been here this evening.
Fleck gets the foul. That's 4 on Fleck. Finch into the game. Also, Will Steckler speeds to the scorer's table. He'll come in for Talon Blessinger. Rangers with just 1 team foul. 3:53 to go. They get it into Parker Steckler to the Raiders. Out top to Hudson Montgomery. Montgomery goes baseline, tries to leave it inside, threw it away. Here comes Forest Park. Fleck out to Finch. Finch drives hard, collision to the charge. Camden Haywood took the charge. He saw it coming.
Finch has been very aggressive about that drive to the basket, and that time Haywood saw it coming and maintained his hold on the floor.
46-40, Raiders get it back. 2 team fouls on Forest Park.
And we've got an official timeout. I believe we may have someone with some blood on the... And the Rangers are picking up full court now, Kurt, with 3:38.
Boozy comes out. Grayson Bowling comes in. He's been out a little bit from injuries, played the last few weeks. Raiders bring it in against that pressure. Sam Gasser with it. Raiders up by 6. Gasser jumps it across the back line to Steckler. Baseline to Haywood. Puts it up in the lane. Scores. Camden Haywood's got 10. The Raiders lead by 8 at 48-40. 3:22 to go. Fleck, lefty 3. This one off the rim, no good. Hudson Montgomery with the rebound. Raiders want to push here. 3:13 to go. Southridge on top, 48-40. Haywood with it for Southridge. Gets it to Gasser.
A long way to go, but Southridge is going to be very patient with the ball and call timeout right now.
Timeout on the floor, 3:02 to go. Raiders 48, Rangers 40 on the RG Mechanical scoreboard. We're back with more after this.
101 Country, WBDC, your morning brain teaser.
Here's Dolly Parton now on Lunch with the Legends on 101 Country.
All right, leading things off on a good time gold Saturday morning.
Beezer, good morning.
Good morning, Ty.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, man.
Be sure to join me from 3 to 6 for Afternoons with Amanda.
We are 101 Country, WBDC.
Kurt Gutsgell, Denny Spinner at the Jasper Garage Doors press table. Raiders on top 48-40. This spurt has really helped them.
The Raiders have hit 5 out of 6 this quarter from the field, including 3 3-pointers. And that has been has pushed them out to the biggest lead of the night for either team, a 48-40 margin right now for the Raiders. 3:02 to play. Can't put it in the icebox yet, but certainly can be more patient.
Rangers with just the 2 team fouls. They may have to drive that up in a little bit. Leathers gets it into the forecourt to Sherman. 48-40 here. Sherman will angle it up against D. Finch. Sherman with it. Goes right of the lane. Goes to the baseline. Gets cut off. Leaves it for Montgomery down there in no man's land. Pitches back to Sherman. Goes to Haywood. Camden guarded by Fleck. Haywood leaves it off for Sherman in front of us here at the scores table. Sherman into the corner. Haywood fumbles it around. Picks it up. He's in trouble, goes underneath the basket, leaves it off for Bowling, into the corner to Camden. Shot fake, drives it into the paint. Short jumper around the rim, and no good. Whistle and a foul underneath. It's going to go against Forest Park.
I think Cam was surprised at how open he was as he came through the lane.
And he's the master at mid-range jumpers. He is very good at that. He pulls up from 15 in, and it's usually down. 48-40, Raiders on top, 2:28 to go here.
And foul out Forest Park's. Fleck is fouled out.
Yep, so many different moving parts in this one. Sherman to Bowling. Gets it to Leathers out front. Leathers into the corner to Camden Haywood. Haywood beats the double team, goes to Leathers. Leathers out to Hudson. Montgomery dives inside the line. Pitches back out to Leathers. Guarded by Will Steckler. Leathers with pressure defense, dribbles the ball out near us. Leathers beats his man, gets loose in the paint. Back into the corner to Montgomery. Brings it back out to Haywood with 2 minutes to go. Haywood.
Now they're asking for the foul.
Haywood gets fouled, the third foul on Forest Park.
Coach Mesmer was calling for the foul now because they're still not into that bonus. And with 2 minutes left, they're going to have to, Raiders are spreading it and looking for that foul.
And an Ebelhair got the foul. Now it's 4-team foul, so the next one the Raiders will have to shoot free throws. Or, in their case, get to shoot free throws. Ball knocked away on the inbounds pass near the Raider student section, band section over there. Southridge will bring it in. I'll bring it in on the sideline. A little bit better angle in the dead corner. Raiders have it on their end of the court here.
Rangers have put a lot of pressure on this inbounds, looking for the steal.
Weathers looks around, guarded by Partenheimer. They go to Bowling at the free throw line. Jumps, catches, goes out to Haywood. He puts the ball underneath his arm like Fernando Mendoza. Ball protection, and they foul him, and he'll be at the line to shoot 2 free throws. Camden Haywood, a 71% free throw shooter.
Raiders are 2 of 4 at the free throw line so far this season.
Haywood with 10, 48-40. Haywood, free throw number 1. This one off the back rim, no good. He'll have another. Back in, Talon Blessinger, another 6'3 sophomore into the game for the Rangers. 1:55 to go. Haywood will have a second charity toss. Every point helps in this one. Down the stretch, Camden, free throw number 2. He got this one. Raiders continue to dig in defensively. Here comes D. Finch across the timeline. Off a Partenheimer screen. Gets in the lane. Lost control of the ball. Picked up by Ebelhair. Out deep to Blessinger. Goes to Camden. Partenheimer. 3. Top of the key. Missed the rim. Off the backboard. Rebounded by Haywood. Southridge has it. Leading by 9. 1:32 to play. Haywood goes out deep to Sherman. Back to Haywood. Montgomery, Leathers, they play pitch and catch around the perimeter. Camden Haywood fouled by Camden Partenheimer, and Haywood will be back to the free throw line. He's Steckler with the 4 fouls coming back into the game.
Coach is having an interesting discussion with Heath.
I don't know. It's very animated. It's a one-sided conversation. Like the manager or the pitching coach out to the mound. Camden Haywood, free throw, knocked it in.
candlesticks are always a nice gift.
Yes, I don't think they were discussing that. Good minutes by Bowling there. I mean, he was in for Heath. He was in there for Jackson Boozy, so good to see Grayson in there battling. All bodies help against Partenheimer. And Haywood hits the second free throw of the two, and the Raiders up 11 with 1:21 to go. Southridge defensively. Ebelhair, right side deep. And Drew Messmer wants a timeout. It is a 30 here.
11-2 run for the Raiders in this fourth quarter. It was 38-37, Forest Park lead at that point. But the Raiders have run off again 11-2 since that time, and really again that shooting at that stretch where they did take the lead and stretch it out. They hit 4 out of 5 shots, including 3 3-pointers.
And the big stretch in that juncture you talked about, it was Parker Steckler and Hudson Montgomery, giving them 6 right there to take that 43-38 lead. And, you know, the defense after that, Forest Park is just sitting there with 40 points. At that juncture, only 1 field goal, I believe, here in the fourth quarter.
Right.
So 51-40 here. Southridge trying to get a big win against the county rival. They fell to Du Bois and they fell to Jasper earlier.
And it's a conference game as well.
Too. Southridge would go to 4-3 in the league, which it's like the Big Ten. They've 100 teams in the league now. It's not the old PAC or the old Big Ten. 51-40. Rangers bring it in after Drew's timeout. Ebelhair with it. Looks around into the corner to Blessinger. Partenheimer threw it behind him. He turns, shoots from the baseline. No good. Long rebound, though, by Parker Wolf. Rangers again recycle. They go into the lane. Bring it back out. Blessinger, 3, right side. Off the back rim, no good. Rebound garnered by Hudson Montgomery. And a whistle and a quick foul on Forest Park. They're trying to extend the game. Raiders lead by 11 with 46.7 seconds to go in this one. The Raiders with just the 1 game here this weekend. Again, Thursday, taking on Gibson Southern on the road, and old Raider coach Mark Rohr. Free throw by Leathers is up and around the rim and in. So I want to say hi to my niece, Allie Brom. She listens to every game, so she's dialed in. Getting her shot out a little bit later tonight. Leathers, second free throw, got both of them. 53-40. One of these games of runs in these big-time contests turn the tide in a hurry. Down the lane, Ebelhair with it, missed it. Heath Steckler down with the rebound, and the Raiders will have it up 53-40 here. Haywood jumps it off to Leathers. Leathers inside, Heath Steckler, baseline, scored. Steckler got the bucket. He's got 10. It's 55-40. This is not, Denny, a 15-point game.
No, it's anybody who's just going to turn. Yeah.
Read the paper tomorrow. Partenheimer in the lane, missed it. Rebound by Heath Steckler.
And the Rangers shooting has just gone cold as well in this fourth quarter. As Southridge heated it up, the Rangers just could not find the rim.
Now another foul on Forest Park.
Personal foul, Forest Park, 24, Hampton Partenheimer, his second. At the line for Southridge, shooting 2, Heath Steckler.
Raiders led 38-34 heading into this quarter. Heath Steckler, big ball game, and he hit the free throw. He's got 11 again. Him and all those other bodies in there, Justin Leathers and Boozy and Grayson Bowling battling Partenheimer. Next free throw off the mark, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Rangers. 6 seconds to go. Partenheimer in front of us, launches the 3, pops out, and that's just how the night is gone for Forest Park, especially here late. And the Raiders come away with a 56-40 win over county rival Forest Park here at Huntingburg Memorial Gym. The Raiders, again, as Danny mentioned, we'll get to it later, third and fourth quarter defensively. They had 9-point quarter defensively in the third and just a 1 field goal, 6-point quarter in the fourth to get this win. 56-40, our final. It's going to wrap up the coverage on 18 WJTS TV. Glad you could join us on this Saturday morning as you watch this for the Rangers in Southridge.
The proceeding was a special presentation of 18 WJTS TV. High school basketball on WJTS is proudly brought to you by Southern Indiana Propane, Mehringer Plumbing, Heating and Air, DuBois County Tire, Ubelor & Sons Chevy, Cadillac, Toyota, and 18 WJTS, a DC broadcasting company. Thank you for watching.